Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for being here watching this video. My name is Marisa Galisteo and I haven't been out here for a long time, probably about a year, maybe more. And so much has been going on, but basically I've been hiding. I've been hiding from the people that could be judging me, that could be looking at my wrinkles, that could be making fun of me. And that has taken more weight than how important it was for me to share what I needed to share. And finally, that has shifted. So I realized that if I die tomorrow, I wouldn't want to be living without having expressed what's in my heart. And that is why I'm here. So today in particular, I want to bring to you a distinction, the teaching of a distinction that I've learned inside of my training and studies and practices of the Sophia Code, which is a sacred text channeled by Kaia Ra, with 8 divine feminine ascended master mentors. And the whole text is about sovereignty. And this is the distinction that I want to bring to you today. The distinction sovereignty versus codependency. But before that, I am going to use another distinction to teach you what a distinction is in case you don't know what a distinction is, something that's easier probably to see. So a distinction is a construct that exists in language that helps us distinguish and discern something very quickly. So there's a distinction at Landmark, and those of you who have done the Landmark Forum and Landmark's programs know very well, and that is the distinction in the stands versus on the court. So imagine a tennis court and 2 tennis players playing. And what are people in the stands doing? They are judging and evaluating what the players are doing or not doing, how they're doing it, right? But they're safe up there in the stands. What's happening on the court? On the court, the players are giving everything they got. They are in the thrill of it and they're giving everything they got. They have everything at stake. So you can see how those people, even though they are sharing the same space, their experience of life is completely different. So for me, or for any of us, watching YouTube videos from other people is being in the stands. We are watching, we are judging and evaluating. And when we are coming, like I'm coming now here, to speak and record my own video, I am on the court. And it doesn't feel really safe to be here because everybody else is watching and seeing what I may be doing wrong or bad, or they would rather have it any other way. So I hope that distinction is useful. It is ridiculously useful and powerful in the stands versus on the court of life. And now let's go back to the distinction that I really want to bring in today. Sovereignty versus codependency. And again, I have learned this inside of the Sophia Code by Kaia Ra, which is a text on sovereignty. So what is codependency? Codependency has to do with all kinds of behaviors that are having us not say what's there for us to say, so that we are supposedly helping the other person not to feel bad, and also keeping ourselves safe so that the other person doesn't turn their back against us or leave us or stops loving us. So all the behaviors that have to do with pleasing others, for sure, are codependent behaviors. So for example, maybe your 15-year-old boy comes home every day from school and wants X, Y, and Z from you. He wants some specific food. It wants you to help him with the homework. And you've been doing that now maybe for, I don't know, 2 years. And you're like, you know what? This is not what's really aligned with me to do this. Like, but I don't know, like, oh, I'm a mom and I want to be a good mom. So I just need to keep doing this because that's what a good mom would do. Well, that is a codependent behavior. And what happens with that is that it's painful. It is emotionally painful. And we are so used to it, and we might be even numb to it, that we're not aware of it. So I'm going to invite you next time you notice or become aware that you are engaged in a codependent behavior. Go and feel any sensations in your body, and you're going to feel the emotional pain of engaging in a codependent behavior, because you're selling yourself out. You're selling your soul to please someone, to be a good mom in this particular example. But like, what does that even mean to be a good mom? Who decided what that means? Society told you what it is to be a good mom, and you are now following those instructions. But what is it really for you in your heart to be a good mom? You probably have never even engaged into such a question. So, what would sovereignty do, and what it is to be sovereign? So being sovereign means to be coherent with the messages of your heart and your higher self, and be and speak and do what's coherent with your heart. So what would sovereignty do in that case? Well, maybe it will say, hey son, I love you very, very much. And it doesn't work for me to make food for you when you come from school. It doesn't work for me to sit down with you and do homework. So we need to figure out how else this is going to happen, and we need to create and co-create a new way of being with each other, and that your needs are fulfilled just like my needs need to be fulfilled. That is a possible way the conversation could go from sovereignty. Can you see the difference? So that is going to allow you to have peace with yourself, to be at peace. When you're aligned with your heart, you are at peace and deep joy. And your son, in this example, is going to start to learn about being sovereign himself, and start to bring that kind of light into the world as well, rather than codependency, which again creates pain for both parts, for both sides, and is the world of victimhood and martyrdom. And believe me, I've lived in that world for most of my life, and I know what it is to live inside the world of martyrdom and do things thinking that I need to do this for the world or for these other people. I need to sacrifice my life for these people. Even if I die, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to sacrifice myself for them. That's the world of codependency. We're not here for that. We're not. We're here to be free, to be sovereign creators. So, I want to invite you to start practicing discerning codependency in your own life versus sovereignty. And whenever you notice that you're engaging in a codependent behavior, start to practice. Start to practice. You can't even tell the other person, hey, I am not going to be good at this because this muscle that I want to start to work there's not even a muscle yet. Okay, I want to build this muscle, and I need your help. I need your support. I need you not to take this personally. I am practicing being sovereign and being a creator. And in this case, I want to co-create this with you. Let's do it together. So I hope this is useful. I would love to see in the comments if you want to share when you practice or whatever you notice about codependency versus sovereignty in your own life. And if you are really resonating with this and you want to practice sovereignty, That's all I do. I create containers where we practice sovereignty, whether it's one-on-one, whether it's my gentle yoga classes for higher self-embodiment, or whether it's my upcoming Sophia Circle Journey that starts November 7th. They're all containers to practice sovereignty, to practice listening to the messages of your heart, and then being and acting in alignment, in coherence with those messages. So, if this speaks to you, if this resonates with you, please contact me and let's do this together. Thank you for watching this video. Much, much love to all. Namaste.